morning. So I just want to take a moment here for each one of us to kind of tap in and unplug and find a moment of wherever you are, either on the floor or sitting here. Place your feet under the floor and ground a little. Take this moment right now to feel the presence of your feet on the earth. You can close your eyes. You can leave them open, wherever that is for you at this moment. You can roll the shoulders up and back. You can place your hand on one belly, maybe one on the chest, and just breathe in through the nose and out. And just feel that breath as it breathes you, as it guides you, and it warms you from the inside out. So as I was asked to come onto this panel, I felt I was almost in the infancy of mindfulness. And I'm very honored to be with these individuals here and everyone here in this Conference of World Affairs. And when I came to my realization of how important mindfulness was and how it's affected everything that I do, it has become so important. It came a time when I was in the service and I was fighting for my country. I was a little naive young woman thinking, I'm going to do what I have to do, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to make a difference, and things that I will do for our country, this is what I got to do with it, things are going. And I ended up on a destroyer. I ended up being in a field that I knew nothing about, and most of my job entailed identifying those who I had to say were friendly or foreign, and say this is the people that you're going to go blow up. I never knew at the age of 19 that that was going to be a decision that was going to change my subconscious. I never thought that was going to be something where it's not about me, and every reaction has an action. Everything that you do, you breathe and feel, has a thought and a purpose. But back then, it didn't really think like that. It didn't mean like that for me. But when I was scared and worried and realized that what I was in was what I needed to be in at the time, and I had to fight for what was needed, that was the purpose. And observing that, instead of when I was scared and afraid, being able to be okay in that fear, taking a pause, and then releasing. It's pretty amazing how the mind can make you very fearful, but then very calm. And when you get to this point of maybe feeling alone, sometimes the mind can work in mysterious ways. But when I've noticed when I was at the fearful and crying or the most angry and I didn't know why I was doing what I was doing, I realized it's okay. There is this purpose and somehow it will change. So I vowed after, coming back on my second deployment that this wasn't for me. And I was a very valid sailor. I had a lot of awards. I did well. I usually like to be doing well and purposeful, and I thought everything had steps, and this was this, and this was that. And fairly hyper, generally active and type A. And I was like, I got it all figured out. And then I was like, holy shit, I don't know anything. I apologize for cursing, but I say in importance of I have so much to learn, but what I do feel is that we each have so much peace and strength within that it's just so amazing that we just don't always tap in because we're so plugged in. So maybe if we plugged in here, between the heart, the mind, and the body, and really connected it again, you find more there. And for everyone, it's different. Maybe it's nature. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's just being able to take a moment in your breath. I'm very thankful to know that the mind has ways of changing, and that our pattern or a movie may not be the movie that we have to, just because one thing was one way or a past had been something else. But to stay here kind of in that present moment, or like they say, being self-aware, what's going on at this time? Maybe it's your stomach's a little grumbly and you have a few nuts, but it's that pause before we react, because then that action or that moment after could be really beautiful if you just take that moment. So there's many ways we can find it. Right here, right now, holding onto a pen. Just there's many. Like if I use a pen for when I'm with patients and they find themselves very anxious and they say, I can't do this. I can never get in my mind. I'm too afraid. I don't have the thoughts. I can't get away from all of the things that have happened. How can I get away from it? I say it's okay. It's okay to feel the good or the bad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. Notice it. Observe it. And just see where that reaction will go from there. I've had a lot of wonderful people that I've read from, Frans Del Thich Nhat Hanh, and each and every day I hope that I bring a little bit more breath, a little bit more peace in my step, and love for each and every one of you.